Yo, what's up, people? This is Zero, coming at you from the Zero Effect Network. And if you wonder why I'm like kind of whispering somewhat, it's because I'm in the library. I'm in the civil rights room. You see the post behind me? And, they have like another sign where the words of Martin Luther King, way back in. I know you can't read this all backwards because I'm looking at it. But I'll read it to you after I say what I gotta say. Let me move back over here where I was originally at. And one of the topics I want to talk about is reclaiming your power and and not letting anyone take it away from you. So like in explaining this, I will tell a story about my own personal story. So like as a kid, I was like pretty optimistic. I ain't always been that way, and growing up, I've been just as at one point I've been just as wicked as most of these people out here, what I'm saying, like they say always up to something, always doing something bad. I was there probably a little worse, but there was there was like changes that had happened that allowed me to be the man, to help make the man you see before you. I'll probably get deeper into that in another video. Probably not today though. But this story is about about me, and it wasn't at this library, but it was at the North Branch Library where I'm at on Monroe Street. But in Nashville, just in case like people who aren't from Nashville don't know, what I'm talking about. So I remember I was outside, using the Wi-Fi to download videos and music, check my Facebook, YouTube and all that, just being on the internet on my phone. So I remember like I was finishing up, looking at stuff on Facebook and all that, and I was getting ready, and I was probably like maybe like a minute or two away from leaving. And like people walk around here, so like you see me, I'm dark skinned, I'm quote unquote black. So I live in a so-called black neighborhood. Of course, like white people moving in, gentrification, all that. But I ain't gonna get all into that. But yeah, I was sitting on the steps like right in front of the sidewalk, and two guys started walking by, and they look like what you see like the typical thugs or whatever like that, and I was thinking nothing of it. I was thinking, well, they just walking by like cause I'm not afraid of anybody, so I was just like, well, I was all looking at them like now I know I'm like watching them now, doing that. And, so I went back in, been back on my phone. Like when they by one of the guys, one of the guys like turns around, he points a gun at me. It's an automatic. And he says like, come up with it. And I'm like, and I'm just looking at him. I didn't say that to him, I was like looking at him. And I was just looking at him like, thinking, are you serious? He said, come up with it. That's what he just kept saying. He said, no, I'm serious. Now I know he's serious. Now, like, I made a promise a long time ago that that wasn't going to allow myself to be held hostage by anybody. So I really, like, I'm just looking at him. I'm like refusing. I didn't have any money or anything like that, but all I had like headsets and a phone, but I wasn't going to give him that. I wasn't gonna give up my power like that. And like I remember like Savon Bomer like had talked about like brother Savon Bomer. Yeah, you'll probably hear me quote him, talk about him a lot. I mean, he's I listen to him a lot. And like a lot of stuff he says. Like I'm actually trying this out, and this is one of the things. One of the things he talked about was your universal laws, and he was like, and like he was saying like as long as you're seated within yourself and stay in your universal laws. And not and not allow anybody to infringe upon them. They can't. And like before that time, I had tried it. I had tested out. Not even like consciously test them out. I was like subconsciously testing them out, and they actually worked. So with this case, I'm like, you're not taking anything from me. I mean, I was willing to fight if I had to. And like his friend was like telling him, he said, man, he said he ain't got nothing. He looking at you like you're stupid. So I'm just looking at him, and like he had a gun. I didn't think it was real, but even if it was, whether it was or wasn't, you're not gonna take what I have, and if you're gonna kill me, you're just gonna do it. I'm not afraid to die either. So After him realizing that I wasn't going to do it, and like during the time I felt my third eye like charge up, so I don't know what was going to happen if he was do something. Who knows? But luckily I didn't have to find out. So after him trying to rob me, he just left off like giving up. He just gave up and just walked off. And I waited till like they walked off far enough where I couldn't see him. And then after that I just went on home. I mean, I wasn't scared. I mean, and I think like probably like when I got close to the house, I was like, I said, I can't believe that I almost could have died like if his gun was real. But it didn't matter to me. But after that day, it really showed me like how much power I really had. Why I won't allow certain things to happen, and when I don't, they just don't happen. I just realized like a lot of stuff that like happens to us usually caused by us. We have the control. Now I mean now, I'm not saying, well, I control everything. Everybody can do whatever I want to. I'm not saying that because we're all together as a collective consciousness. So, it's not just you controlling reality. Everything controls the reality. It's like a whole network. I mean, it is a network. Not like it is a network. So I just want to tell y'all that I want to tell all you people that if you feel like something in your life is going out of control, you can change that. You have the power to change your own direction and your change your own future. So in doing that, I mean in ending this, I'm gonna say, hey, claim your power. Don't let nobody infringe on universal laws. By doing that, you give them permission to do whatever they want to you. It goes with police and everything like that. I've also tested on police too. Matter of fact, I tested twice on police, like unconsciously. One of them actually felt guilty and apologized, even though I totally wasn't mad about the whole situation. But it happens. So what I'm saying is, just stay in universal laws, reclaim your power. And you'll start seeing immediate. Well, I don't know immediately, but you'll start seeing changes in your life. So this is Zero coming from the Zero Effect Network. Wholeness and balance, people. See you later. Until next time.